How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Blackrock just saved the day. I want to explain why that is. We also have some news coming from the SEC that they are no longer going after ADA and Solana as securities. Let's go through that, and then also we'll talk about other few things happening in the market. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. Sorry for the voice, it's getting better, but Bitcoin Nashville just took it out of me, apparently, at least my voice box. But we'll get back to the normal content now that I'm back in the office. By the way, if you want to trade cryptocurrency, there's a link underneath the video to MargX. Either way, if we go up or down, like, everyone's going to be saying, obviously, we should go up or down. Like, if we go down, everyone's going to say, well, that was the fifth peak. Obviously, we're going to fall down. And after we hit this trend line for the fifth time, if we go up, everyone's going to say, obviously, we're going to go up. Maybe the future president just announced that we're going to see a strategic stockpile of Bitcoin. So if you want to play that, if you want to leverage trade, if you want to just watch the charts or make an intuitive decision, you can check out the link underneath the video to MargX. Okay, let's take a look at this piece of news. The SEC is updating its complaint against Binance, no longer focusing on proving tokens like Solana are securities. Same thing with ADA, right? Same thing. They're not looking to claim that these are securities. Now, why is that important? Well, it shows that the SEC is considering more cryptos as a commodity, which just gets those cryptos out of their hands, right? They're overreaching all the time to sue companies that are selling securities without disclosures. So the fact is, if they start saying, oh, well, Solana's not, ADA's not, Caspa, maybe the top 100 cryptos, or most of them, are not securities. Well, it gets a lot of crypto companies out of the hot water of the SEC and sets a precedent that is the case. So these companies are doing nothing wrong. Makes it easier for them to do business. Can make it different for taxes in certain countries. So it just changes. I think this would be a big win for crypto and for the cryptos and for the companies. It makes everything a little bit easier. Now, this also means it's probably easier to pave the way for ETFs in the future. I know BlackRock is saying that they are not considering a Solana ETF right now. I bet you they're considering it. I bet you that they're working to get that, because the fact is they can make a lot of money at some point, especially if Solana continues to appreciate. They're going to have a Solana ETF if Solana is still relevant, right? They're going to get there. Now, BlackRock saved the day. Actually, this is HODL15 Capital that's saying that. If you don't know HODL15 Capital, this is the account that we've been following since the ETFs started buying Bitcoin. But he's commenting on this one. BlackRock had a $204 million day. I believe it was over 3,000 Bitcoin. Solana had a $54 million outflow. Fidelity with a $5 million outflow. Bitwise, 21 million, and then everything else had zero. So overall, BlackRock did save the day, had inflows overall, while we had three different ETFs that sold off. Yep, so IBIT had about 3,051 Bitcoin. Volume traded 1.5 billion. That's massive. That's a huge amount of volume, large even for IBIT. Again, these are some of the most successful ETFs ever, especially in their first year. Like, this is absolutely nuts how much volume they're trading, how much they are making in inflows. So, quite positive. Obviously, the market is down a little bit. That is a lot of open interest being eliminated. Let's just look up crypto liquidations. I bet you we have some sizable numbers here as well. The last 24 hours, we had $150 million worth of longs liquidated, 23 million of shorts. So yeah, the boards are being wiped a bit, but will continue to move in the right direction, in my opinion. We had some people being freaked out about the Bitcoin that's moving from the government as well. Like, as soon as Trump announces that he might start holding, or that he will start holding all the Bitcoin, the current administration or whoever's in control of the Bitcoin right now just starts playing with it, starts moving it just to freak out the markets, it seems. Yeah, some people are saying, well, they're just going to dump all the Bitcoin right before Trump goes into office. Who knows what happens? If that's the case, I bet you he doubles down on it. If he becomes president. But imagine they go and sell a bunch of Bitcoin. Everyone freaks out. Trump comes in and he starts buying a ton of Bitcoin just despite the last administration. That would be interesting. Who knows what happens, what the game theory is out there. But overall, there are a lot of positive developments, and there are a lot of states now considering making a stockpile of Bitcoin. So keep this in mind. Blackrock is buying, Fidelity is buying, Bitwise is buying, Saylor is buying, Michael Dell is buying, pension funds are buying, publicly traded companies are buying. Your brother, your sister, your cousin, they're going to be buying when BlackRock starts putting Bitcoin in model portfolios, when they start going into retirement accounts, when they start going into target date funds. There are so many other people that are buying. I mean, nations are buying, nations, and people running for president are now multiple are talking about holding on to Bitcoin and possibly even buying Bitcoin, making laws easier for companies to work in the crypto field in the USA and across the world. This will be an institutional cycle for Bitcoin. Of course, some people will lose out. Germany has sold due to their own laws, but over time, there will be countries that buy. So, yeah, this is very interesting. Let's just look at what Marty Party says. Solana Sol is no longer a security. July 29th, the SEC moves to amend complaint against Binance, seeks to no longer prove tokens such as Solana securities. The SEC informed defense that it intends to seek to amend its complaint, including with respect to the third-party crypto asset securities as defined in the SEC's opposition to defendant's motion, etc., etc. Now, this is going to circulate a lot today. Maybe BlackRock has something to say about it. Maybe they come out and say, well, if it's not a security, there are probably some people interested in it. Maybe this is the gearing up for the Solana pump. It will be interesting, but let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. I made a really interesting video yesterday talking about what the BlackRock CIO has to say. I would go watch that video. I'm going to put it here on the end screen. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Check out the links to Margex and to CoinW underneath the video, and to Blowfin. Those are 3 great platforms. I'll see you in the next video.